guys, so Zane and Mike here from Banner Productions Live, talking about the Arrow Season 3 so far. So just to kind of briefly go through it, because I don't want to spoil it for too many people. Arrow Season 3 picks up after Season 2's big grand finale with Marikudu soldiers and, so forth. And in Season 3, the relationship between the police and Arrow / Oliver Queen is a lot more on a good basis together. Detective Quinn, or Clint, is now captain of the Sterling City Police Force, and I mean, really, for changes, that's about it. We have Sarah from Series 2 comes back, and I mean, Series 3 starts out with a, it starts out really interesting. It slows down for a little bit, but then it does pick back up. So, I mean, of course, throughout each season of Arrow that I've noticed, the team is always after somebody in, Starling who did something bad. Unlike, Flash, where it's like they have a new metahuman every other week. Now, there is, like, I don't know, one thing I really want to focus on for Series 3 is the fact that we are introduced to Ra's al Ghul, because we kept getting so many hints in Season 2 about Ra's al Ghul, and then in Series 3 we finally do get, a good glimpse of what Ra's al Ghul looks like. And I mean, I liked Christopher Nolan's Ra's al Ghul with William Neeson, but I mean, this Ra's al Ghul I think will be interesting as well. The characters, Felicity, Diggs, Oliver, all of them, all those figures, Roy, they're still good to see. And I do need to talk about Ray Palmer, because in the beginning, I think of Season 3, if I am correct, I think I am, he actually bought out Queen Consolidated and turned it into Palmer Industries. And he's actually creating the Atom suit, which, I mean, he's obviously going to be the Atom at some point. Now, I've heard that the showrunner doesn't want to necessarily show the powers of the Atom on Arrow, but after the crossover of Flash, he's apparently been more open to allowing superpowers and everything, so I mean, who knows? It might happen. I don't think it will, honestly. But hey, I mean, I could totally be wrong, and we could totally get it. So, and another thing to touch on would be the mid-season finale. Oh my gosh. I watched it last night, and so we find out that Max Merlin's back in town, and then we find out who actually killed Sarah, finally, and it's surprising, it's actually Thea, because Max Merlin was training Thea under his wing and all that, and what we didn't know was he gave her a drug that makes her vulnerable to anything anybody tells her, basically. So Max Merlin, of course, influenced her to kill Sarah, and that is that. And the kind of brutal thing is, Max actually showed all over a video he took of it, and it was like, oh, that's kind of a dick move. That's really a dick move on his part. So yeah, and then finally, the League of Assassins, League of Shadows, whatever you want to call them, Ra's al Ghul's, assassins. They approach Oliver and say, you need to find out who killed Sarah in the next 48 hours, or we will go around Sterling City and kill, like, a whole bunch of people. and he's like, okay, so like they get the results back from Star Labs, and for some reason it's Oliver, and of course that leads into the Thea really being the one, and so forth. So Oliver finds Ra's al Ghul in Sterling City, talks to him, tells him he's the one who killed her, challenges Ra's al Ghul to a combat, which by the rules of the League he can do that. So we get to the final confrontation. Oliver doesn't do so well. He starts out fighting, he goes running first, his strategies, I felt, were just out the window at this point. Like, he could have done a lot better. And the ending kind of shows it, because he gets sliced down the neck, he gets sliced down the stomach, and then he gets stabbed right through the stomach, like all the way, not just partially, all the way through his back and then back down. And Ra's al Ghul just kind of looks at him like, yeah, I told you you wouldn't have beaten me. And he kicks Oliver off the cliff that they fought on. Yeah, Arrow, you just killed your main character. How freaking bold are you? Holy cow. So yeah, I mean, I think that Oliver might still be alive and he has to recuperate. I don't know. Some people think the Lazarus Pit, again, with the creator not being sewed to powers, it's possible it could happen, but I don't. At this point, I don't know. I'll just wait to see next January. So yeah, overall, it's a good season so far. I would recommend binge watching seasons 1, 2, and then catching up on season 3 now that it's on hiatus. So, yeah, definitely worth the interest. Interesting to looking at, anyways. And yeah, so see you guys later.